All right, welcome everybody to the Under 20s Division preliminary final between New South Wales and Victoria. They're just finishing up their warm-ups, final claps and final team talks being done by each coaches. Looks like it's going to be a tough game. It's a 3 and 4 playoff for this preliminary final. The winner of this game will face the loser of the games 1 and 2, which is between Queensland and New South Wales, currently being played at the same time. There's been a lot of talk, umpires just checking final nails for both sides or just for the Victorian team. Yep, they're all fine. Bib's final is being put on and Coach James McGann will be giving final messages. New South Wales in the meantime just in a huddle right now, just doing final messages by their coach. Looking forward to a fantastic match. What I love about finals day is that anything can happen. So New South Wales are currently finished third after the round games, currently winning 5 of their round games, whereas Victoria finishing fourth, won 2 of their round games. So, but none of that matters anymore because we are into a preliminary final. So welcome again to the VIC versus New South Wales under 20s preliminary final, 3rd and 4th playoff. My name is Mandy Love. Welcome to this game. They're about to start final huddles. New South Wales with their final huddles. Big noise from ACT in the background. All right, New South ready to play. All right, here we go. Starting off the centre pass. Right, going left to right of screen is New South Wales. Centre pass receipt. On the outlet pass. Oh, great take by the goalkeeper from Victoria. I'm just waiting on the starting 7 players' names. Outlet pass to the wing defence. Coming through the middle. Great tip by New South Wales. Sideline throw in to Victoria. Oh, New South Wales putting on a bit of a zone and the turnover. Centre play. Oh, Bryce up for. Oh, great work by the goalkeeper. It's just versing against Bryce, the goal shooter, is famous younger brother of Christina Bryce, who's the current Suncorp Netball's GWS Giants goal shooter. Scored by New South. Vic with the centre pass. Great circle line feed. Mason with the shot. Offloads. Oh, just with the miss. And Lotes with the score. Score 1-1 in this match. New South with a centre pass. Oh, Bryce with the great hold. Oh, look to offload. He's looking to post again. Just edging himself that little bit closer towards the post and the goal converted. Vic go back to reset. Popping through the middle is Grospel. Oh, Lotes with a great split in the middle and the goal converted. New South with the centre pass. Received by Taylor. Goal attack for New South Wales has also come through the ranks of the New South Wales Under-17s program. Missed shot by him at the moment. Rebounds by, oh, great intercept by the wing attack and the, oh, unlucky. Thought there was a contact call. Nope, baseline throw in. Victoria with the lean over the shot. Missed shot by New South. Bryce with the turnover. Bryce able to come back in and reposition and post. Vic doing a great job working the ground Just trying to offload that feed into Bryce. He looks like he's the same target. And Bryce converts. Vic with the centre pass. Goes back to reset. Someone's got to punch through the middle. They're all forcing wide. And the turnover. Rooney just couldn't hold on to that ball, unfortunately. Ball spills over the sideline. Goes wide. Hands over pressure by Vic. Oh, Bryce with the pass. Oh, well done. Goal defence for Victoria. Anthony Maniapoto, great job. Great read and goes back for the pass receipt. Someone's got a pop middle, both wide. New South doing a really good job forcing the Victorians wide. Rooney with the sideline throw in. Screen set by Gospel. Oh, great circle edge. Oh, I just couldn't connect there. Just a bit of a trip there on the floor by goal attack Dale Mason. He'll get that one next time for sure. Oh, Bryce with a great hold, great feed by New South and score by Bryce. Victoria are going to have to do a really good job at working the ground just to cut off that feed into Bryce. You know what he's going to do. We know that he loves to hold and he's going to hold that back space. Umpire's just called time back on as the ball temporarily on court and Bryce with the finish. Matthews and Maniapoto will have to do a ton of work for Victoria in order just to restrict that pass into Bryce. Oh, Goswell with a great drive there. Excuse me, Grosbell. It's constantly hitting circle edge. Oh, yes. Nice screen, no call. Rooney, circle edge, great hands over pressure by the centre. Unfortunately, obstruction. Mason with the shot. And he scores. Got to put hands up. There goes that long ball. Bryce with the conversion. Rooney, great take. Really did a really good job taking his feet through that ball just in order for him to get the contact call. Strong take, pop pass. Contact call against New South. Mason with the shot. Oh, offloads. Loads with the shot. Oh, just a tad short. And contact call when he went for that rebound. Unfortunate. Needed to flick that wrist by Loads. Defensive pressure by Vic. Oh, here we go. Turnover. Oh, well done. Nice defense by the Victorian front line. Loads with the shot. Loads almost had the tip on that one. And the offside call there. Oh, sorry. Contact call by wing attack on New South Wales. Oh, spilt ball. Mason couldn't get that pass, didn't give it enough air.
They're winning.
Yeah. Spilt pass. Unfortunate by Taylor. Just had that cross-court diagonal pass and it just spilt out of court. Vic with the offload. Great drive by the goalkeeper. Out to Maniapoto. Passes it back. Through the middle. Mason in the middle looking for some offloads. Rooney with the pass. Oh, that was almost 3. Trying to force that pass. Waiting for his shooters to find front position. Mason with the contact with the free shot. Obstruction call by GD for New South Wales. And goal scored by Mason. Maniapoto on circle edge, feeds it into Bryce. And the shot successful. Mason with the centre pass receipt. He's going to do a give and go with Rooney, not needed. Grossbell with the feed. Oh, went straight through the hand of Loates. Looks like it's a Victorian feed on the sideline. Loates with the shot. Shot successful. New South centre pass. New South Wales leads 7-5. Maniapoto with the stretch. The height difference between the goal shooter from New South Wales, Bryce, is about a head foot taller than his opponent. However, the boys just need to do a lot of groundwork if they want to try and stop that feed and that shot. Mason with a great front cut. Offloads to Loates. Loates just giving himself really nice angles to play with in the circle just to create that offload for Mason. Oh. Conversion successful by Bryce. He's their main go-to man for New South Wales. Loates out of the circle. Both on the top by the mid-quarters. Just need to balance up the court. Just patient build-up by Vic. Oh, great footwork. Unfortunate by the goalkeeper for New South Wales. Just couldn't get it in time. Loates with the shot. Great pick up by the Vic goalkeeper. Jake Novak. Maniapoto on the outlet. New South putting on a mid-court press. Oh, he almost. Just driving through the middle was Mason just to break that zone. Looked long. Offloads to Grosbell. Connects with Loates and creates that contact call. Loates finishing. Vic pass. Offloads to Mason. Oh, great pass into Loates. Scores are even at 9 apiece. New South centre pass. 3 minutes to go. I wonder if New South Wales may possibly look at making a change in their defensive circle. Loates just seemingly getting the upper hand against a New South Wales goalkeeper, who is Russell O'Connor. New South convert. Grosbell with the centre pass receipt. Great give and go, hitting circle edges Rooney. Loates is setting up. Betcha there's probably going to be a pop pass. No, Mason for the shot. And he converts. Oh, Novak had a crack, had to go for it. Great idea by James Novak. Just a half a second early would have had that very cleanly, creating doubt in the New South Wales front line in their midcourt. Oh, close to a 3 seconds, boys. Midcourters are on the same side for Victoria. Oh, unlucky call by Robert Yoon, unfortunately. Lotes for the feed. Well, sorry, Lotes holding nice and strong in that circle, commanding his space. Conversion successful. Great take. Oh, great pass. Bryce with the shot. Oh, had a miss. Baseline thrown by Victoria. Here comes that New South Wales. So it's almost like a wall in the goal third. But great, Maniapoto unable to hold on to it. Great D by New South Wales wing attack. Marcus Pudoku, sorry. Grossbell with the feed into Lotes. He's having great front positioning in that circle. Shot successful. Like we said earlier, it doesn't matter where the team's placed after the round robin table, playoffs day or finals day, it's anyone's game. Grossbell with the feed. Lotes is just on fire today. Vic leading 13-11. Oh, pass in. Vic defenders trying really hard down the end there. Shot successful. Oh, spilt ball by Grossbell. Fortunately couldn't hold it. Gospel. Oh, got a hand to it, Gospel. Novak tried to have a go at that diagonal pass. Called for the contact. Time called. Goal attack New South Wales. Taylor Fraser holding onto his left knee. Just seeking some treatment on court. No one likes to see this in any type of game in the Australian Men's and Mixed Netball National Championships, especially not in the first quarter. Physio out just giving some treatment to Taylor Fraser. Taylor Fraser's actually come through the New South Wales Under-17s Netball men's program. So he's coming through the ranks. Trying to see if it's more of his leg or if it's his ankle or his knee. Coach James McGann just saying that the GD for New South Wales just had a foot out of court. Unfortunately, the umpires did not see that. Had to stay on court. Coach James McGann just giving some really specific feedback to his boys, even though the timer is definitely going to be up. It's probably one more shot by New South Wales, so it's more of a breather more than anything before we enter into the first quarter break. Okay, time call back on by the umpires. Looks like Fraser has the shot. Contact call against Novak. This should be the final play of the first quarter. Shot unsuccessful by Fraser. Victoria currently lead 13 goals to 12. As we enter our first quarter break, high fives all around by Victoria. New South Wales just having a look-see, seeing what they can do, seeing if there's any changes to be made by the New South Wales coaching staff, mainly in their defensive end. Right now, though, we're going to go to a quick short break and we'll be back with you guys shortly.
Welcome back to day 6 of the 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. It's finals day in the under-20 division. It's New South Wales up against Victoria. Mandy, I apologise for my tardiness, missing that whole first quarter, but you were doing such a fantastic job. What was your take on the first 15 minutes?
First 15 minutes, I thought that New South got out to a really strong start. They have a huge target and Bryce down the front line, so that's definitely their go-to person. However, throughout the quarter, Vic definitely progressed and made life difficult, and Lutz is just shooting fantastic. They're just rolling the circle in the Vic front line. So it'll be interesting to see which defensive end gets the stop is who I think will get the game today.
Could not agree more. Day 2, these two teams clash. New South Wales taking that 70-47. And day 5, New South Wales again taking that match 57-44. So Victoria yet to beat New South Wales at this tournament, but do have a 1-goal advantage at quarter time, which I'm sure they will be very pleased with.
Bryce with a missed shot too off the first centre pass by New South Wales. James Novak doing a great job for Victoria, just creating doubt in that New South Wales front line.
Doesn't look to be any changes at the start of this second quarter. Actually, tell a lie. Looks like Vernon Chung has come on at wing defence for New South Wales. Probably just to tighten up on Gosbell and Rooney and those feeds into the circle.
I think so. And a footwork call on him. He had a great intercept off that centre pass. Just footwork let him down. It's the old adrenaline. You get the intercept and then you end up doing either a bad pass or something with your feet.
So Victoria on the attack through Rooney.
I really like how Mason and Lotz are just connecting. They just set each other up just like that.
A lot of small set plays, lots of communication, and that completes the turnover on the first New South Wales centre pass of the second quarter. So Victoria stretched their lead out to 3.
Pudoku with the pass. Oh, just missed the connect with Fraser. Was able to get the pass back. There goes into Bryce. Oh, another missed shot by Bryce. I love a shooter that misses a shot but gets the rebound.
It's always good to follow it in. That's what you should teach the juniors.
Absolutely.
In fact, everyone. Straight to the elite. It's imperative that shooters follow their shots in.
Interesting to note on that Victorian centre pass play, the New South goal attack and wing attack just flooding, just to help with that hands over pressure.
Victoria through Chung. Held up momentarily in the midcourt.
Connecting, Fraser connecting with Bryce. Oh, dragged on court. Oh, mid-court press here by the New South Wales. Let's see what Victoria do.
Novak struggling a little bit.
Yeah, and there's that footwork call.
Step on Novak. They look for the quick play. Bryce
Pudoku
holding.
with the feed to Bryce.
Nearly 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Victoria lead by one.
Oh, boom,
great
what a
intercept
great
by
intercept.
Matthews.
Pudoku actually played for WA in the under-23s division back in 2015. So it's interesting to see him playing out in New South Wales colours. Not going to lie, I'm a bit biased.
It's great to see so many Western Australian teams. In fact, all three made the finals this year, which is brilliant.
They have. We all have preliminary finals this evening. But that's not about, we're not about that at the moment. We're all about Vic and New South Wales in the under-20s right now. Oh, unlucky. Oh, O'Connor almost had the stuff. Mason with the shot. Fraser with the centre pass receive, trying to connect. No one driving for him. Bryce trying to set himself up underneath the post. Great footwork, creating the doubt. Oh, unlucky. Almost had that 3-second call on Fraser. Bryce with the conversion.
It was great anticipation from Maniapoto there.
Oh.
Just didn't quite have the elevation to get the tip.
Also just the timing. They almost had it too. They almost had the 3-second call. It's all about that unit work, isn't it, when you're coming up against such a great target in Bryce.
Absolutely. The work has to be done out the front.
Oh, held call on Maniapoto. Semi-wall being played across that transverse line by New South Wales.
So a bit of a lull in the scoring to start the second quarter after a frenetic start in the first.
Forcing Fraser to shoot.
Beautiful shot from Fraser.
He doesn't care. He's got it in the bag. And the centre pass receipt to come. Pudoku out.
Good cover from Matthews there.
Riborowski getting the give and go. Oh, almost a footwork call. Oh, Rooney just couldn't connect to Lotes, was off the circle edge. Oh, Victoria with their own semi-press along the first goal line.
They've got to have a strong driver. There it is.
Oh.
But the ball gets through to Fraser. Oh, Novak comes out for a crack.
Oh.
Bryce off the post. Luckily keep that.
Thought that could possibly have been a replay call. It's always up for the umpire's interpretation. Pudoku hitting circle edge. Bryce with the shot. I think New South Wales having a bit of a comeback here in the first 5 minutes of this quarter.
They do. They lead the quarter break 6-4. Oh,
here comes that flood defense by New South Wales. Chung doing a great job in wing defense, just really restricting Gospel. Oh, finds Lotes though underneath the posts. Couldn't go with the centre pass.
Just over 6 minutes gone in the second, and teams still trying to find a bit of consistency. It's been a bit to and fro in the first stage of the second quarter. Beautiful drive from Fraser. Draws the defenders, and Bryce free under the post.
Look at the work off the ball that Chung's doing. He's just really doing a ton of work. Fortunately called for the contact using of the arms, just feeling and trailing that trailing arm.
Loads. That's where he likes to shoot from, right under the post.
New South with the centre pass. Oh, great connection to Riborowski, connecting through to Bryce. Bryce missed shot. Fraser with the rebound. Conversion successful by New South.
So New South take the lead by 2. Half of the second quarter now transpired. Victoria on the attack.
Oh, a great ball.
Mason home alone. Sort of a half screen put on by Loates. He probably didn't even know he was doing it.
No, he didn't. Had no idea.
Oh, good ball through the mess.
Oh, James Novak, front position. Doing a fantastic job there on Bryce. Just trying to work his feet. Doing all he can. How do you stop Bryce though? Really?
I don't think the Vics have enough height to contest against Bryce in the air. So they're just going to have to move around him, try and probably come out for a couple of intercepts, keep the attackers and the feeders off the circle edge to make them pass a long ball.
Loates with the hold, he's in. Oh, just couldn't keep his hands to the ball, unfortunately.
Post in the way.
Who would have that post there?
Bryce, good use of the backspace.
He's so strong, isn't he? Like, he just holds his space very well. What I like what Novak is doing, though, is that he's forcing him to change his angles because he's just constantly moving his feet.
Novak coming around, trying to have a look. Fraser on the drive.
Oh,
Happy to shoot from there. Happy to shoot from anywhere.
Bryce with the shot.
Bryce finishes and takes the lead to 4 for New South Wales, 24-20. In this elimination final, 3v4, the loser says goodbye to the 2017 championship. Step from Loates.
Just some simple unforced errors from the Victorians at the moment. They just need to settle. Offside call there by Loates. Trying to do his best for the team defensively. Needs to stay in the game on defence. Great switcher play. Oh, feed by Fraser.
The look away pass.
It really was something to watch, wasn't it?
New South Wales have a chance to take it out by 6.
Coach James McGann for Victoria is just urging his boys to just step up on the defence. Contact called against Novak. He's doing a great job. Just needs to keep working.
He does just that. Biggest lead of the game so far. 26-20 in favour of New South Wales. They've put on 14 goals in just over 10 minutes and only managed 12 in the first.
Great feed by Mason connecting with Loates, so they just peg one back.
Good move then from Loates to drive his defender out with him. Novak had a look.
Was worth a look though. Ill discipline though.
Bryce, such a strong target there in the circle for New South Wales.
I know. Novak and Maniopoto just trying to do the old 1-2 jump defence as well. They've got to try everything, pull out all the tricks in the book just to try and stop Bryce.
And the hope is probably across the 4 quarters that they do eventually get some tips, perhaps in that final quarter.
Absolutely.
Their best bet is to try and wear Bryce down.
And I think they're doing a good job of that as Loates up for the shot and scores. Manuel Potter with the contact call in the goal third. Oh,
Good attempt by Matthews, but Fraser keeps it in. Manuel Potter taps that one out in front of Bryce.
Doing a lot of work off the ball as well. Fraser with the feed to Puruku.
So they've certainly got the elevation, the VICs, but that is a beautiful shot from Fraser.
Lovely high release, isn't it?
Textbook. Rooney looking to send the VICs into attack. Matthews.
Great screen there by Mason. Oh, Lutz needs to finish.
(28-23), 2.5 remaining in the second quarter. Winner of this plays in the preliminary final later today. It's a big day if you're the third and fourth place teams. You've got 2 finals to play, and then if you win those, you've got to back up again tomorrow.
Bryce converts that centre pass from New South.
Good hands from Fraser on the Victorian centre pass. Rooney unsighted.
It's a great tactic by the New South Wales to force that flood. Feel like the Victorian mid-court has just had a bit too much of a run and were able to get the pass too easily. Oh, balk there by Fraser. Missed shot. Manuel Porto with the rebound.
Vics need to convert this to get back in the match.
Oh, replay call, unlucky on Rabowski. Some body-on-body check. Novak.
Throw from Novak in the front position. Unlucky.
That was, I would have had that go Novak's way, unfortunately. That's a defender in me, though, I think.
I'm a shooter, and I still think that was Novak's ball any day. First hand, front position. Ooh. Matthews almost causing there, driving into the landing space there of Puroku.
Bryce so strong.
And the lead is out to 8. Just over a minute to go in the second quarter. Chung. Good try from Matthews. Offside call.
Players pleading with the umpire to tell her that they were offside.
Just in case you didn't see.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, that mid-court press again. They've done it a couple of times now in this third. Sorry, in this quarter. Long ball by Matthews.
Looks through the mess. Mason hasn't put up many shots in this second quarter.
No, he hasn't. They both haven't. They've just sort of restricted the pass in. I always think the hardest shot is right underneath the goal. Loads with the conversion, though.
God,
Quick ball.
Great take of that penalty. Incredibly quick.
It's one of the great new rules, though, isn't it, now, that you don't have to wait for the player to stand out of play.
Absolutely.
Used to be done as a tactic. Elbowing. Contact call.
And that is half-time. New South Wales with a handsome lead against Victoria at the halftime break. They lead 32-24 in the elimination final, day 6 of the 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Championships.
Make them dance just like you, 'cause you make me move. Yeah, you always make me go. Run away with your footsteps. I'll build a city that dreams for two. And if you lose yourself, I will find you.
And we're back for the second half of this elimination final. 3v4 in the under-20 division. New South Wales up against Victoria. New South Wales a 20-11 second term.
Yeah, they really did put the burners on, didn't they, in that second quarter? Whatever the coach said to them at the quarter-time break clearly worked. Wondering if they've got any changes, if they remain the same. Personally, I'd keep it as is because they did a fantastic job.
Just one change for Victoria, and it's a positional change. Just Rooney and Gosbell switching centre and wing attack.
I think that might be just to conserve some legs and just, just switch it up a little bit. Gives Gosbell a chance to run freely through the court there, I believe.
I think Rooney's feeding dropped off in that second quarter. They probably want him to hit the circle edge a bit harder.
Yeah.
Get some closer feeding into Mason and Loates, and probably for Mason to put up a few more shots.
Yes, he needs to do a bit more outside the circle as well as driving hard into the circle as well. So great wing defence change for the New South Wales. Front line remains the same though.
New South Wales gets us underway for the third quarter. Kept in by Biborowski, but straight into the hands of the Victorians.
Victorians just really need to convert on this turnover now.
It's important for them to get a good start in this third quarter. Try and start pegging this margin back.
Pudoku with the intercept. It's a lateral pass, trying to connect to Maniapoto.
Quick hands from Fraser.
An 8-goal deficit is something that can definitely be sort of brought back in. They just need to just work really hard on their defensive efforts, all 7 players on courts by the Victorians.
They've got 30 minutes to do it.
Plenty
Plenty of time to rein in a 8-goal margin. Great rebound from Loates. Came from off court for that rebound though.
Oh, here comes the Victorian midcourt press.
Matthews just misread the timing.
Pudoku and Fraser just have a really nice connection together, don't they? They like to do the old give and goes. Bryce with the feedback. Fraser with the conversion.
This coverage coming to you live from the Sports and Leisure Centre here on the Gold Coast. Thanks to our broadcast partner, Game Clothing. You can get us on Twitter at Amnat Men's Mixed and on Instagram, Australian Men's Netball. We've had some fantastic coverage across the first 3 days so far. We've had viewers from Barbados, South Africa, Japan.
Taking the game global.
We are going global.
Force pass. Sideline throw into New South.
Leads at 11 and New South Wales are not letting up.
Matthews.
As part of that mid-court press, comes up with it.
Rooney with the reset to Maniapoto.
That ball was on to Loates. Hesitation there from Mason.
Great ball though, with the finish by Loates. What I love most about this week is the quality of the men's netball. Oh, boom, in the meantime, Novak screaming out of the circle.
That's what he's looking for. He's looking to come out for that ball.
I'm surprised that Bryce came out though. Interesting call. Oh, lateral pass.
Yeah, the standard of the play this week. To think that these kids a lot of these kids are still in school, under 20 division. It's a lot of bright hope for the future of men's and mixed netball in this country. Beautiful shot from Mason.
I was talking to James McGann before the game, and he was telling me that half the Victorian team are actually still under 17. That's crazy.
And if you look at the South Australian under-23s, they've got 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds in there.
Oh, wow.
To think that they could be, in 5 years' time, national champions, if they can keep the core of those players together and work really hard together. The commitment is certainly there from the boys.
It's got to be worth mentioning Maniapoto doing a great screamer on the far side, just doing his bid for the team. Gospel with the feed into Lotes. Oh, unlucky. Stuff shot by O'Connor. Still obstruction call. Lotes with the finish. The Victorian shooters are definitely back in the game now, aren't they? Like, they're just finding their feet again. They're finding their rhythm.
Last 3 to Victoria, reduces the margin to 8.
Bryce on song. Mason to Matthews for the reset. Gets to connect again. Lotes with the hold.
That was a strong hold from Lotes.
Gave himself so much space, didn't he?
Moved just at the right time.
Needs a finish now. There
Margin
we go.
back to 8.
Oh, just pushed that pass too long by Puruku.
Too many wheat picks this morning. He's keen.
Definitely keen. I think he's probably one of the key players too for New South Wales. Between him and Fraser just getting that connect down the front end. Oh, outlet pass. Matthews with the strong drive. Draws the defence of the New South Wales mid-court press.
Quick ball from Mason to Rooney. Good idea.
And you can see the New South Wales defensive end trying to do a diamond D.
Great
Just-
tip there from Juan.
Lotes trying to plant his feet, bib off. I wonder if the ref will see that by Rooney. Just waiting for
Great
the call.
pressure.
Time held just as Rooney just helped his teammate out. Oh, sorry, Rooney's bib was the one that came off. Mason with the ball.
Good hold from Lotes. Kept his body moving.
They're just starting to find him a bit more now, aren't they? And he's just doing a bit more work just to make himself more presentable to his feeders.
Margin back to 7. Victoria centre pass. Another chance to make inroads into the margin.
Lotes with the hold again. O'Connor with the stretch. Lotes with the score.
Back to 6. Day 2, these two sides clash 70-47 to New South Wales. And again on day 5, 57-44. This one is a bit closer this time.
It's finals day though, isn't it? Anything happens on finals day.
Absolutely.
Someone's got to drive. Loose
one
pass.
on 2. And New South Wales still come up with the ball. Rooney, bit of a misdirected pass to no one in particular.
Vic just setting that mid-court press, but just sat there sort of ball watching on that run, that passage. Manuel Poto looking like he's hunting. Look at him, he's waiting for that cross-court pass.
Bit of gymnastics
There-
work there from Juan to keep onside. Oh, Mania Porto tried to defend the pass and the receive from Bryce. New South Wales now on a run of their own.
James McGann not happy that the Victorians just dropped their centre pass. No replay call. from
Another
Fraser.
look away from Fraser, and the margin is back out to 9. That's 3 in a row for New South Wales.
Contact call on Puruku for the centre pass.
Godspell just keeps his feet.
So close for the footwork call.
Good draw from Mason, and Lotes completes.
Vic really need to get a stop on this centre pass. Just under 4 minutes to go now. Matthews called for the contact. It's not what they needed.
No, he gets called for holding there by the umpire. Looks like he's trying to link arms at the centre pass to try and stop the run.
Baseline drive by Fraser.
Oh, beautiful ball from Fraser. Good take from Bryce. Finishes the good work. Certainly a playmaker in this attack end, and he's right down on the transverse line at the Vic centre pass. trying to cause some headaches there as well. That was
Great
better
ball.
play from Vic.
More
More direct.
patient and patient as well. They played it back when they needed to in order for their mid-quarters just to pop front position.
Just over 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Lead as it was at half-time, 8-all in this third term. New South Wales up 40-32. There's some ripper matches coming later today, including the Open
Absolutely.
Men's semi-finals at 2 o'clock. Victoria up against Queensland. The winner of that will go straight to the grand final, and that'll be on court 1. Court 3 will be New South Wales up against Western Australia, who will be on a high after their smashing of Victoria 62-47 last night.
Meanwhile, some loose throwing by the Victorians here. Baseline throwing, mid-court press by the Victorians. Got to have a crack at it though. If they're going to do it, they need to really commit to the ball.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Almost
there's the
there from
opening.
Mason. And then the heads go down. Novak was looking out for the pass, but Fraser's just happy to fake it one way and pass the other. Possession called a Novak though. Good contest under the circle. Under
Gets
the
the
ring.
win, doesn't he? Gets the win.
Matthews on the drive.
Those are the small victories that really count as a defender. It just gives you that little bit of a high. Both people on the same side, ball into Loads. Shot converted.
Umpire just setting the penalty that time. It's against Poroku. Great tussle between those two.
They really are. They're just so full of energy, aren't they?
Neither of them giving an inch.
Not at all.
And you wouldn't expect anything less come finals. It's do or die, 3v4.
Loads trying to keep the ball in play. No backup. Oh, foot out of court there. Baseline throw into New South. The mid-court press is so predominant in men's netball though, isn't it? Find that they use it quite often or they play the offline, and look at that turnover created.
It is, and they're very quick to put it on and very quick to change from that offline defence to a man-on-man, a tighter marking. Very quick. Can change it in a second. Again, another misdirected pass from Victoria. It's a few times it's letting them down.
Mason just really needs to come out and help out as well, just to try and break up that play between Rooney. Excuse me. Loads converts that shot, and Gospel. Big
Margin
centre pass.
at 7. Victoria a chance to make it 6, as it was a couple of minutes ago. Good drive by Gosbell.
Great.
Mason.
Front positioning. Sorry to cut you off there. Missed shot.
They'll be disappointed with that. Had the chance to bring it back to 6, and that would have been the closest they've been this quarter. And they need to make some inroads if they're going to contest this game.
Fraser just teasing the Victoria defenders well, and that was a really low ball. Needed to have eyes up the defensive end.
They're caught between a rock and a hard place, so they try and cut out Fraser's. Brilliant get from Matthews, and backed up well. Sends Victoria into attack again. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place, or maybe a Bryce and a hard place.
Yeah,
in
Bryce
terms
in a
of
hard place. I like that.
whether they try and mark him or go out for the ball. They're trying to mix it up defensively, Victoria. Just need to convert the ball they're getting. Just over 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I think this is gearing up for a very big last quarter. Boborowski did a great job there. Another turnover created. Patient build-up needed by the Victorians in order to get this through the line. Line defense down the front end of New South Wales. Miss pass. Wonder if is it the miss pass or is it the drive? Do you feel that's just
I think it's
sort of
the
letting
pass
down?
is just not in the right space. I think the space is there, but the pass is not strong enough to get there. perhaps Victoria too, probably just not finishing off that drive as strongly as they should, but
And as we see, Matthews unfortunately trying to do the long ball. Oh, Novak calling time. Novak is down.
trainer quickly out.
Oh, he's in a lot of pain. He is not in a good place right now.
It's not what we like to see.
I think that's an ankle. James Novak doing a fantastic job in this game, trying to do his bit for the team. Oh, he is not in a good place.
Now,
Oh,
New
looks-
South Wales receiving some treatment during the injury break. I'm not sure. Perhaps it's a Victorian timeout or an umpire timeout, but I'm not sure that they're allowed to receive that treatment. But who am I to
to
bring some
judge.
controversy into the game?
Well, they did miss the step out of court in the earlier timeout
They
period.
did.
so
Victoria were quick to voice their
disapproval.
displeasure.
Yeah.
Yes. Umpires none the wiser though.
You know what? You need umpires, though, in order for a tournament like this to be successful.
Absolutely.
And as we all know, these umpires actually volunteer their time and their services to be here for the full
Absolutely.
week.
They pay their own way as well, much like the players. It's what happens when the sport is amateur as it is at the moment, but certainly making inroads, particularly with this live stream. First time in AMNA's history, broadcasting right around the world live from the Sports and Leisure Centre here on the Gold Coast. Day 6, it's finals day. The loser of these two teams is out, and Sutton
It's on.
is on for Novak.
So it looks like Maniapoto has gone back into goalkeeper. James Sutton into GD with James Novak off. Missed pass by Maniapoto.
So the Vics have had their chances this quarter to really draw the margin back, but it still sits at 7 with just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Novak looking like he won't take any further part in this game. He's still in pain just behind play there.
Would you believe Maniapoto and Sutton are first-year players, first-time nationals in a preliminary final?
What an honour for those players, and you wouldn't pick it.
Not at all.
Sutton's keen to get into it.
He's hungry, isn't he? He's bringing some legs.
Good drive there from Sutton to try and get around Pakuru then. Good
Loads.
transition from Victoria. They'll be happy with that one, and it's centre pass to follow.
Matthews connecting. Cross-court pass to Rooney. Mason, great drive. Can't get the finish, but Loates with the rebound.
After a great first quarter, Mason's really gone quiet. And that is the end of the third quarter. Victoria bringing the margin back to 6, 43 to 37. They won that quarter 13-11. And it's game on here in the under-20 division at the 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. We'll be back after this for the last quarter. Three-quarter time, 43-37 to New South Wales in the 20 and under division. Do you think Victoria have got what it's going to take to get them over the line?
I think if they're going to do it, they need to really do it in the first 5 minutes of the quarter. Looks like there's been another positional change again for the VICs. As Dan Rooney jumps back into centre and Grossball back into wing attack. So just switching that play again.
I wonder what the reasoning behind that is, because I thought that they played with a bit more structure in that third quarter. Obviously, it would have been probably a bit more beneficial for Victoria to have Mason score a few more goals, but they won the quarter also 13-11, and they won the first quarter 13-12 with that lineup also. So I wonder what the coach is thinking is there as Bryce scores the first goal of the last.
Umpire just calling a timeout just for, so looks like there's some perspiration on the court.
These kids sweat.
They really do. They're poor managers having to do their washing, I tell you. Some of the stuff we've seen in our team, I appreciate all the work the managers of each team do at this competition.
Such a great community aspect to this tournament. It's great to see the 17s right through to the Opens at the same venue for the same week of play.
Loads with the great hold and the finish. It's going to be a tight quarter. I've got this feeling it's going to be interesting.
And a change for New South Wales also in the defensive circle.
Oh, they've taken O'Connor off.
Now, I think O'Connor's moved out to goal defence. Yuan's come off. And on comes, is it Boydell at keeper? Good drive from Mason, good pass from Loads.
Jan was the one that was receiving treatment at just before the quarter-time break, so I wonder if that's where that's come from, where that positional change has come from. Matthew's unlucky.
Mandy Love all over it. She's got her eyes on the court and the sidelines.
Yeah.
She's a doctor in her spare time.
Trying to create that doubt in the defensive end. Bryce just using his strength of body, isn't he? Manuel Porto knew where that ball was going, just couldn't get that timing right. It's the hardest pass to defend.
Incredible height difference, but certainly got great feet work, Anthony Maniapoto. So let's see what he can do against Bryce, who is such a focal point for New South Wales.
Loads out in the middle of the circle, driving out. New South doing a really good job keeping the Victorians on the same side.
Gospel just a little hesitant on that feed. Probably should have lifted a little
Oh,
higher.
stepping call done. Oh, not happy, O'Connor.
He's stuck without an option there.
Oh, look at the lean on
O'Connor. Mason just off
nearly
target
needed
there,
to
but
stuff that one. Great hands.
tip from O'Connor. So 2.5 minutes gone in the last quarter. 3-2 the quarter break. Loser of this is out of the tournament. I'm sure they'll stick around though and support the other teams who are in finals from their state. Expecting about 2,000 people tomorrow for the grand finals. We'll have a show court in the middle of the stadium and tiered seating.
We've also got the AFL game just next door at Metricon Stadium as well. So,
But who's going to that?
who's
Who's really going to that? What AFL?
So if you're going to
Great
go,
touch from Maniapoto, but stepping earlier from Fraser outside the circle. Here is Victoria's chance. Sutton on the drive, looking, Gospel. had a hand on it.
Bit of drama, just emphasising the fact that he was contacted.
And Chung also back on at wing defence for New South Wales. 46-40. Still anyone's game.
3 turnovers. Vic's just got one of them. If they can convert this, it's game on.
Rooney outside the circle, looking for a drive from Mason. O'Connor.
Defence really trying to really muscle up on Lotes, aren't they? They're just trying to see if that physicality will really affect him. Doesn't look that way. Squared up. Well done.
Quick pass from Mason. Lotes scores.
Vic centre pass to come.
Margin back at 5 with a Victorian centre pass.
Is this a possible momentum swing?
Vic's patient in attack. Mason doing a bit more work this quarter, getting his hands on ball. He's happy to take the shot.
Oh, and he scores. Long range.
Margin back to 4. New South Wales centre pass.
That's got to lift the Victorians, that shot alone.
Sutton heading back to the circle to double up.
Got to cut off that
Had a
drive.
crack at the Fraser pass. 47-42.
Here come the
New
New
South
South.
Wales.
Coming out on the defensive pressure. Held ball called on Mason. Everyone sat watching. Oh, big heavy check.
And a caution to Rooney. Took the line to the body, hands in the back.
Matthews trying to dictate and deny. Fraser. Fraser with the thumbs up to his defensive end. Matthews getting called with a contact by the leg. Just trying to do the dictating and denying work on Puruku. Bryce with the shot. Bryce in the conversion, sorry.
Margin 7 now. Just under 9 minutes remaining in this elimination final. 3v4 New South Wales up against Victoria.
Both benches very quite vocal, aren't they? Just trying to gear up their team, getting some fresh legs.
Good shot from Mason. All net.
And you can see the New South Wales goalkeeper trying to force Lotes out wide or to top of the circle, or you're forcing him on the baseline, just restricting his space. Oh, Sutton came out and left that space open. Unfortunately, Maniapoto couldn't get through. Bryce shooting incredibly. Oh, Puruku on the offside call. Free pass Victoria in their goal third. Lotes just rolling. It's that contact call on O'Connor.
Loach short on the shot. Dix will get the throw in.
Hitting that top of the circle. Creating the triangles, trying to.
Mason just a little late to re-offer and reposition himself for second phase. Rooney probably didn't want to throw over the top of 2 New South Wales defenders there.
Lotes just lifts that shot and gives that ball some backspin to get it through the hoop.
Margin back to 6, 50-44 in favour of New South Wales. There is a lot of noise in this stadium today.
Absolutely.
A lot of elimination finals this morning. And a holding call, a causing call against Pukuru. And the Vics looking to drive it into attack. Matthews.
Mid-court press.
Rooney.
Sometimes the Vics are just running into each other's space, all on the same lane. Oh, long ball.
Long ball from Matthews. Finds Lotes outside to Rooney. And
Where's
Mason
Oh,
held
Mason.
back at the post. Margin back 2-5.
Big centre pass to come. Oh, this game's just getting so much more exciting right now. Not that it hasn't been since the first quarter, especially with the previous games that they've played and the margins that New South Wales have won in previous games.
You can sense the momentum shifting ever so slightly. Loads.
All right,
The margin is back to 4.
Vics really need to do something now. This is their time. Couple minutes left in the game. Easily achievable if they want it. They need to cut off the money man, Fraser. And they did!
Sudden,
Oh.
sudden great contest on the ball to Fraser.
Might have been a commentator's curse. I really hope it wasn't.
Riborowski just tries to take out Sutton on that transition. Just a lack of drive from Victoria on that play.
Sutton probably held that ball just a fraction too long. He did have some options. But that's what pressure does, you know, high pressure situations. First year player. Brilliant learning experience for them though.
Settling shot there from Bryce. Victoria, chance to make it 4 again. Too much on it from Loads. Oh, Gospel. Almost. Big outlet to Fraser. Sutton got up. Great contest in the air there. Throw into New South Wales. Fraser to take it.
He's their playmaker for New South Wales, isn't he?
Maniapoto, I think that came off Bryce, but umpire calling a New South Wales throw-in. I don't think Maniapoto got a hand to that. But the umpire is a lot closer than we are. Fraser steady. 52-46. New South Wales centre. They broke the Victorian centre pass. Have they been able to break Victoria in this game? We're going to find out soon. Less than 5 minutes to go.
Still anyone's game, isn't it, really? Ball from Puruku.
Great feed into Bryce. Margin back out to 7.
Bryce did a really good job there, just opening up his left shoulder to present himself really nicely underneath the post in that play.
Risky pass from Mason, who's injected himself better in this last quarter. Needs to create something out the front, just like he is now. Good ball to Loates.
Loates just trying to get himself a little bit closer to the post. I think that the goalkeeper for New South Wales is doing a fantastic job.
I think it's Boydell there at goalkeeper. Coming on for these final 15 minutes. Certainly a better match for height for Loates.
And his arm span as well. The physicality he brings is fantastic.
Drive from Rooney. Mason, quick hands back to Rooney. Quick 1-2. Mason doesn't want to take the shot.
This is a time in games when you really just need to just be confident in yourself and your skill set.
Vics are going to need something special to claw this margin back. Good draw from Mason. Tipped out there by Boydell. Under 3 minutes remaining. Margin is at 7. Vics need to start moving. Oh, Chung just offside there. Riborowski giving his all.
Something that I noticed here in the men's nationals is that the defensive effort in the women's form of the game, it would be called for sandwiching, but in the men's division, it seems to be just contest. So it's just interesting to see different interpretations.
There is a bit of talk about the differences between, as Matthews comes through with a steal between men's and women's netball in terms of the contest that is allowed on court. I probably would like to see a bit more contesting in the women's game, to be completely honest. I think what's allowed in the circle is fantastic to watch. Gospel first hands to it. Victoria, can Loates reduce the margin to 5? He can. Victorian centre pass. 2 minutes to go.
Both
It's going
teams
to take a huge effort in the final moments of this match to win it.
Both teams showing a lot of heart right now. 90 seconds left for one of these teams in this Nationals campaign.
Mason, Loads with the rebound. Strong under there.
Oh,
Margin
Coach
is at
McGann
4.
off his seat. He wants this game. The defensive pressure.
Matthews
And
with the
Matthews.
steal. Rooney Sutton looking for a drive. Gets it through Gospel. Loads, front position.
Put it up, buddy.
Wants it,
Yeah.
gets it. Margin at 3. A minute to go. Victorian centre pass. Umpire calls time. Rooney looks for an option. Gospel, Loads. It's the closest margin between
Mason's
these two
got to
sides.
put it up. He's got to put it up.
It's in.
Yeah. Oh, my God. This is the game. Here's the Victorian. They're coming in the comeback.
Under a minute to go. The margin is 2. Victoria slow to get back to the centre. Bit of a delay there. Fraser, New South Wales are happy to play it around. Gospel with the tip.
Off.
Wakaru just left.
Fraser.
Lonesome. Fraser glides in. Quick ball to Bryce. And that is the game to New South Wales.
Fantastic effort, though, by the Victorian side.
What a comeback.
Oh, unlucky with the
And-
contact call. Mani Opoto, great effort. Bryce with the shot.
Victoria's high-scoring quarter this
Ma-
final term. Matthews again with the tip. Where
He's
does he
come out of
from?
nowhere in this last quarter. He's been fantastic.
Mason needs to get into the circle.
Drive in.
He's there.
Put it up. Time
It's
called.
not going to count. And it's not going to make a difference in the end. 56-52 to New South Wales. They will make it to the preliminary final later today. Victoria gallant in defeat, especially that last quarter.
Absolutely. They couldn't have done anything more to just draw that 8-goal deficit down to 2. That was amazing.
Who was your standout player for this one?
I really enjoyed Mani Opoto's game. I thought he did a fantastic job just grinding away. But the combination with him and Novak really impressed me against such a strong target and Bryce for me tonight. or today.
Certainly some talent out there on court. Great stars there of the future for both sides and certainly for Australian representation. New South Wales 56-52 in the elimination final in the 20 and under division. We'll be back after this.